The weather is changing, and I'm trying to desperately get this done because I'm a wimp when it comes to cold weather. Hi, everybody. It's Robbie from Southern California. Came out to have my coffee. There's my coffee. And did a walk around. Quite happy with everything. And looky what I did yesterday. I tore up everything apart. Just tore the wall apart. Boy, do I know now why I did not get a lot of good vegetables out of this last year. There's not much left. Let me see if I can show you down here. See the roots? This big thing here? These are roots. They were in every single tote. Even the ones I thought where the holes were high enough. See how high the holes are, even on the chair? I even thought that was safe, but it wasn't. Because behind the wall, I should say against the wall, there was areas where, let's say, the soil fell. Just, everyday soil falling, raining. Well, the little bit of rain we got. Piled up leaves, and one hole on a lot of these totes, just one hole, had enough soil covering the top of the hole, like up to here. It just piled up, and then the roots can go in there. They can't go in there. A tree cannot send its roots in there, at least these trees, in the air, because they air prune. As soon as they touch the air, they dry out. But if they're covered, because remember, soil is leaves and matter that's breaking down. So even if it's just a pile of leaves, that's decaying as it's sitting there, and it can send its roots in. And every single tote, when I tried to pull them away from the wall and figure out how I was going to set them up, it was a fight. It was me and that tote and that root. So I cut them out, and now there are no roots in any of these totes that are left. No roots, they're gone. Now, they're going to come back. There's no way to go around it. Yes, I could put something underneath. I could put plastic. I could put a tote lid. I can put anything underneath, but the same thing's going to happen because as things fall and pile and leaves, you don't see it. The squash grows, it covers up, it drops some stuff there. A rabbit comes and kicks some soil there, a squirrel or something, and all I need is one hole. And they send in these massive roots that you see here. These are massive. A lot of them were inside. See how I pulled it out? These were inside. And depending on the tree, they're either going to just rob the nutrients. You know what's going in there. They're going to either just rob all the nutrients and compost. Here's my compost that I'm putting in there. See, that's even roots I threw in there right now. And water, or some trees actually put something out and kill plants. That's why some trees have no plants underneath. Even shade plants can't grow because the roots will kill them. Look at the squash seeds coming up. It is now time to plant squash. I thought that until they announced yesterday that we're going to have cold weather and snow levels are dropping to 1,500 feet. So that's really cold. So I'm going to finish the wall up today because it's supposed to rain. It's supposed to start today or go into tomorrow. And like I said, it's going to be cold. I'm not coming out here when it's that cold. Today's supposed to be like 50, 55 degrees. We'll see. But I'm pretty much done. I redid this one completely. See, I'm going to have 13 totes here. I know. I did exactly what I told you I wouldn't do. I don't know what these squash are. They want to grow so bad. Look at that. They're just trying to grow so bad. It's out of a squash that I had growing here, and which means it's probably a hybrid. The other thing is, they could have been seeds on the very bottom that I composted, and then now that they've been exposed enough and the weather's starting to warm, and especially with the wall, then they could have decided at that point that it was time to grow, because we did have warm weather. We had, my goodness, it's low. And if we're, look at that. There was one that was lower yesterday. It scared me. I thought it was coming down. So anyways, I'm not sure what they are. I might leave them right now, and if they throw some squash really, really quick. But I do want zucchini here, watermelon, and cucumbers. And then I want to get, as the season goes on into summer, I'll probably get some tomatoes growing, because the tomatoes, like the one down there, will grow all year. And then I'll have tomatoes growing all through the winter with the warm wall. So I kind of made a pattern of going up, down, since I've already had these totes, and these totes were not purchased from a store other than a thrift store. I bought them at a thrift store. I'm going to put all the dark gray ones down. Going to kind of make it look nice until the plants grow. And then there'll be lighter gray ones on the chairs. I have 2 more from Walmart that I bought a while back for $5. I think they've raised their price to $7.50, but it goes up and down. Check Home Depot and Lowe's, I think, still has some for $5. And then I went to a thrift store the other day and bought one for $2.50. So that worked out real good. So I'm pretty close to getting this done. And this is why I get messages from some of you. Look at all this land you've got. I do. Why aren't you growing in the ground? Everybody grows in the ground. Well, my problem is we've got this massive pepper tree here. This pepper tree, which the Cooper hawks are back now and they've been building their nest, sends its roots out everywhere. And then you've got all these trees. There's another pepper tree. And then, of course, pine trees. That's a small pine tree. That pine tree is about the same age. See that pine tree there? Those over there. But those are getting more water, and these are not, or this one isn't. And it's getting some. So that's the issue. It's the roots. Then we've got gophers. See? Look at the hillside there. In fact, Gary was sitting on a chair, and his chair went through a gopher hole. See the gopher holes? That's gophers pushing up all that soil. So we have gophers, and we have tree roots, and then we have rabbits. Now, the rabbits may get into the ones on the bottom. We'll see as we go. But they won't get into the ones with the chairs. And if I really, really wanted to, I could put a stake and run tulle all the way across. That will keep a lot of critters out. So I wanted to kind of show you the update because I am planning on getting to this whole area. I've got ideas. But I'm going to tell you, wheelbarrows have really speeded up time for me. That has been just amazing to have wheelbarrows. I've got one that's got leaves and branches, one that's got soil. You see all this soil here? This soil? All this? This is all coming out of what I made from this. So it looked like this, and it turned into that. So I'm taking it all out. Might as well. I don't have to. I could just dig a hole, push it all over, clear the drain holes, put branches, and then re-put leaves and stuff back, and extra kitchen scraps, eggshells, stuff from the fridge that went bad and everything. I could do that, but since I've torn this whole thing apart, I'm pretty much going to dump and start over. At least here. A lot of places I don't. Remember the chair garden? I didn't do it at all last year. So that's what I'm going to do. So I just wanted to show you an update. Tell you I want to get this done because it's going to rain and be really cold. But really, it's all done. It's all level. It's going to go to that chair. I'm just trying to empty out this gray tote. And once that's empty, I don't have to lift it. See, it's got a lot. This is, again, all this in here was branches, and I mean really big branches. Look at this. This is tree roots. What you're seeing in there, say, hey, that didn't break down. These are tree roots in there. They were robbing everything out of this tote. So I'm going to get everything out of there. Now that the tree roots are cut, I can compost them. They're going to be no different than that. So they're going to go on the bottom because I like having a lot of branches on the bottom. It keeps the water flowing through really good. Then the leaves piled, and then some kitchen scraps, and then I'm just going to dump back what was there. And let me tell you something, this stuff is full of worms. And I should have this done in no time. It is almost done, and I think it's going to look really cool when the plants start growing. And you might say, well, wait a minute, that's a little more over, and that one's too close. I didn't want to mess up the geraniums that I planted in the ground in front of the totes. I've got one there, and in order to line them up perfect, I would have to kill that geranium or dig it out because the chair wouldn't move over. And the same thing there. So I thought, it doesn't have to be perfect because once the plants start growing, you won't notice. It's just going to be all these big leaves and it's going to look really pretty. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but it's going to have kind of a uniform look here. I think I'm going to wrap it up for today and get some other things done. I've got all the chairs put where I wanted. Probably going to put my 2-system water feeder, where I soak leaves, somewhere over there. And I can't believe, I don't even know what to do with all the soil. This is, the only thing I've got to deal with are the roots, but the roots will break down because the tree's gone now. But look at this. See the eggshells? Isn't that funny? Some of the eggshells. The roly-polies, even though they do good, when I see them, I'm probably going to grab them and just toss them out, let them eat somewhere else. Because they can eat seedlings, but they eat everything else. So that's really good. But look at that. I've got all that. I've got to go through this. This is all free soil. Haven't pulled that out yet, which has got tons of soil in there. See what I'm doing? I'm going back through all of them. This is just branches and leaves from the garden. I need to get some more kitchen scraps, which I ran out of, which is no big deal, but that's just like banana peels or something, food matter, which is basically the same thing from the garden. Gonna empty this one out too, because I want to start fresh this year. So I'm gonna have to go through here, and now it's like, look, I've got that one almost ready. It's just layered now. It's got the branches, it's got the leaves, it's got leftover garlic chive stems and everything in there. And now I'm gonna top it with that. Plus they're probably gonna be topped, a lot of them. That's gonna go in there, all my old squash. I'm probably gonna have a whole wheelbarrow, if not more, of extra soil, which is good because I need to get those totes done too. I won't be using any potting soil here at all. There's no reason. So I'm going around just collecting old matter, old tomato plant, just old stuff. But I think this is going to look really cool when it's cleaned up and done. But like I said, the storm is moving in. And it's getting cold and cloudy, and we're going to start getting rain, they say, pretty soon. So I'm going to get this done. I just wanted to show you, this is the setup all the way across. What did I gain out of here? I think I gained 3 or 4 totes. But the main thing I gained is I have more control when they're up on a chair. I can put 4 stakes in here if I want in one tote and tool it. So if the squirrels are bothering it, I can just put tool in that. I'll have much more control. And I'm just trying it. If it doesn't work, change it up. I stuck my little moringa there for now, and I want to get that set up with plants. More so when the animals come in, they have a place that they can hide, and I've got all these ideas, so that's why I stopped it there. I said I got to tip this out because this is nothing but broken down, beautiful soil. So I got to get that in my wheelbarrow, which is already full, get this full of branches, and get that up on the chair. And then the ones on the chairs, putting these there, it adds a little extra weight. So if a coyote jumped on this, it won't go anywhere. And that will just create a little more weight on the back. But that is it. Look, you can see my leaves poking through, which the earthworms are just going to eat and devour. It's full of earthworms. With that, have a wonderful day, and don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye.